I don't know. I feel like people so judgmental, man. Like with what you say, you know. Like,
Really?
it could be anything, and people just will take it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Dude, if there's one thing I've learned is like you can't be afraid to offend someone.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because like I say so much shit and I put it all out on the internet.
Yeah.
Dude, if I cared what people thought,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know? I wouldn't even be right now if I cared what people thought. I'd be like, man, my studio's not good enough.
Right.
My fucking hair doesn't look good today. Oh, shit, I should have checked that. But yeah, man, so glad you could come through.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, just try and speak in the microphone.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like
good?
like just like anywhere around here. Like, yeah, and you
Like
can
around
adjust it and shit. Yeah, whatever's comfortable for you.
Bet.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, welcome to That's the Angle. And today I am joined with Vo. Not Evo. But Vo. I actually called him Evo when I was texting him. Yeah. And Vo is really cool because he runs a clothing company called Simple to Society.
Yeah.
And I've just been digging it. Like, I've honestly been digging it. I've been watching it for like over a year now, dude.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you having me.
Hey, of course, man, of course. Glad you could come. Yeah, I've been watching it, and you guys just do cool shit.
Man, we try. You know, it's tough, man. It's a lot of stress that comes with it. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
What's like the most stressful part of like running a clothing brand?
The stressful part is prepping up for the event, for the pop-ups. You know, I got to take off a whole week to get everything, sometimes even two, to just have everything ready and ready to go. You know, like tagged and everything all like printed properly.
Yeah.
Just to double check everything, just to make sure like everything's gonna run smooth. So
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because so these clothes here, you guys can't see on camera. Behind me is like a little vintage boutique. And just seeing them get ready for their event last week, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Everything's got to be tagged, like you said, like ready to be presented. But then it's not just that. It's like, did you reach out to people? Did you do marketing? Did you, you know, the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, it's tough, man. Because, you know, we used to be like we used to have to hit people up and be like, yo, like you post this up on the flyer. I mean, on the story or whatever, or Instagram or however. Any social media platform, like, can you post it up? Now it's like people just do it because they believe in it, they support it, you know, and they love what we doing. So,
dude, that was something that I noticed was that like your fan base was insane.
It's all right. You know,
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like 90% Asian. But like,
yeah, you know, I mean, shout out to my Asian people, man. They support it heavy. But we got all types of diversity, all age groups wearing it as well.
Yeah.
I try to make the brand universal as possible.
Yeah.
Just to get everybody to wear it. You know, it doesn't matter what color you are, as long as you wear it. You know, you're part of family to me.
Yeah. I mean, but that's what's cool about it is that you know just the fact that just people fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just nice to see the support. Like it feels urgent.
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing, man. Like just to have so many people support it. You know. And believe in it, man. Like that's what keeps me going, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
How did you guys start it? Like where did the whole Simple to Society like concept start?
Well, the brand it started in 2012. That's the early stages. We actually did our first events in Fairfax.
You said are there more players than you?
Yeah, we got a couple people now, but in 2012, you know. That's when we really started. I remember being at work. I used to work retail at Best Buy, 9 to 5. You know, sucked. And every day I would go into work trying to figure out how I could just be my own boss. Like just, you know, try to just do what I got to do to get out of retail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or if I ever do retail, it'll be for me. And I came up with like 10 names, just being at work bored, you know, on a slow day, just like, coming up with a list of 10 brand names. Simple being the word that I wanted to use in a brand. But, you know, I couldn't use just the word simple, you know, because I feel like it's probably taken.
Really?
So, you know, Simple to Society was my favorite. I walked around actually letting like my coworkers vote. I'm like, hey, which one do y'all think is the most catchiest one out of 10 brand names? And, everyone chose Simple to Society, and that was the top of my list too. So that's how the brand name came together. And then from there, I did my research to try to figure out how to get everything done. I had a guy in Philly that was doing my work for like, I want to say about 2.5, 3 years.
What do you mean doing your work?
Like production.
Oh, it's like printing the shirts.
Yeah, like printing the shirts. And I was in Philly, and you know, I was broke at the time, like super broke,
like college kid broke.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad to a point where I was getting like 4 hours a week at Best Buy. You know,
whoa. Yeah. You were working way too hard on that brand at Best Buy. They saw it. They were like, "Why is this man trying to ask us for brand names?"
I think what they was trying to do was trying to have me quit, and the fact that I've been there for a year, you know, they couldn't fire me. Corporation,
dude, don't you hate that shit?
Yeah, bro.
It's like that's how they like say "fuck you" without just saying it to your face. It's the most passive aggressive thing they could ever do.
Exactly. So I had to borrow my girl's money. I had to ask her. She had just got a new credit card and all that.
Dang, you're like, so I'm like, come up.
Yeah, and I'm broke, and I was broke at the time, so I'm like, I had to pull it to the side. I'm like, look, you know, I'm trying to start up this brand. For 2 designs, can I borrow $400? She was sketched out about it. She was just, of course,
like, dude,
$400.
It's a lot of money.
A new credit card.
Yeah,
like, I don't know about all that, but I was just like, you know what, like, I'll make that money back for you. You know, just trust me on this. So the first designs that we did was like our very first logo, and then we did like the bullets one, and then we sold out the event. I made that money back. You know.
So you asked for $400, which is crazy because you're at a time when it's like you're literally like don't have a job. It's rough, like getting 4 hours. So it's like shit at Best Buy, you know?
Nothing. Yeah.
And that's 2012. So like that's an interesting time because it's not exactly, but it's not before all the brands just started popping up and disappearing overnight. Like this was when it was like, how do I make a clothing shirt?
Yeah, this is when all the loud stuff was popping. Like SB Dunks was all in.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this is when.
Were you a dunk head?
I was actually. You know, I'm a big sneakerhead. Like I just love sneakers, man. Like I'm not into like the designer stuff, but I wouldn't spend like hundreds of dollars on a belt, hundreds of dollars on a T-shirt, but I spent hundreds of dollars on a pair of sneakers.
Dude, that was my problem too. Being in high school, was like I wanted sneakers.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. I was like a flash in the pan dunk guy, and so I'd want them, but I just could never afford them.
Yeah,
and like I'm just not a hustler.
Yeah.
Like I was never like a born hustler. I wasn't like mowing lawns and shit like that. So it was just a struggle. I was just like constantly. So dude, so you have like the idea. It's simple. It's 400. You're like, girl's $400, which is, she's got to be thinking you're crazy.
Yeah. She was just like, I don't know, you know? And I was just like, I just need you to trust me on this. And, you know, the time came, we got it out the way. I made back the money.
That's a lot of self-belief though. Like at that point, you're pretty much like, this is all I got.
Yeah.
So what'd you end up making for like your first run? What was the
like the amount of money?
No, not my money. I mean like clothes. Like was it just like some shirts? Like what were you doing? Like what was the first move? I'm just curious.
It was 2 T-shirts. Well, two designs. It was our logo that we had in 2012, and then it was like a Bullets, the one that I just kind of re-released at the last pop up at CVL in Manassas. It was those 2 designs. I think it was roughly 30 T-shirts per design or 35, somewhere around there per design. So roughly like 60, 70 shirts. And we had people come out, like a lot of my homies came out. And
so you did a pop-up even for that first one?
It was more like a sneaker joint. It was like, it was Shootopia. Shootopia was the very first event that we did. It was actually at Icons. Icons when it was still open.
What is Icons?
It's in Fairfax.
Oh.
It's like Old Town Fairfax, right by the courthouse.
Was that like a Commonwealth kind of spot?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and Commonwealth, just for you guys to know, it was like it's like a streetwear spot, right?
Yeah.
Like streetwear shoes.
Yeah.
Back when the Hundreds was really cool.
Yeah, the Hundreds.
And
definitely one of my favorite brands coming up.
You think they're still coming up?
Well, I mean, I still think they're putting out dope stuff. I think that, you know, no disrespect to Bobby, but I think it got watered down once it hit like PacSun.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once it was available for everybody, I feel like that's where the hype kind of dies down.
That's got to be a hard one. Like as a brand, it's like you come out the mud and then it's like PacSun's like, hey, we'll give you millions of dollars just to have a few shirts, and it seems so harmless.
Yeah, because you know the Hundreds used to be like it was exclusive, like 10 Deep, the Hundreds.
Yeah.
Man,
10 Deep. Oh my God, I forgot about 10 Deep. I used to rock 10 Deep the whole time.
Yeah, 10 Deep was. I mean, to this day, I still love 10 Deep, man. Like Stussy wasn't like
so Paxson also.
Yeah. Then it went to Paxson. Before you could only get it at like skate shops, you know. Mm-hmm. Even the people who didn't skate would go to these skate shops to pick up the SBs or to pick up.
That was me. I was that poser.
Stussy. Yeah,
I was completely that poser.
I've never. I mean, I tried to skateboard, but you know, it never worked out. So,
dude, my ankles are not built for that shit.
I feel you.
But like, it's so crazy looking at all those brands because, in my narrow opinion, like I don't think they're relevant. Do you think that making that major brand deal with Paxson is what killed them? Like it's almost like it's not as exclusive. Is that what kills it?
I don't think that. I mean, I feel like a part of it did, and at the same time, I feel like Instagram was born. So once Instagram was born, like it opened a lot of doors for other brands that weren't noticed. You know what I mean? So I felt like that the birth of Instagram kind of opened doors for a lot of brands that were out there. Like people were able to start seeing it through social media and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Instagram's a huge platform. So yeah.
Dude, it's like the biggest in the world.
Yeah, right now.
But also at that time, wasn't it, there weren't like many blogs. The only one was like Hypebeast. And these were all the brands they would talk about.
Yeah, Hypebeast and then Snobby.
How do you?
I don't even. It's like Snabiety or some shit.
Hasnabai. Is that how you say Hasnab?
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Hasnabiety. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be nuts. I mean, did you ever see the Complex video on Bobby Hundreds?
Yeah.
And like how they did the hustle and all that stuff.
Yeah. It was.
They never mentioned the Paxson brand deal.
Nah, they didn't. But
right.
The way they came up was crazy too. You know how they hyped it up. I mean, I watch these guys, man. Like I try to get gems from them,
like influences for you.
Yeah, influences, and you know, try to pick up on that stuff and try to move on and try to bring it to my brand.
Would you ever like let your stuff be in Paxson?
I don't think I would, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Like $1 million, and they're like,
well, maybe I would.
They're like nationwide chain. Would you do it?
I don't know. That's a tough decision.
I know, man.
You know, to kind of. I mean, if I'm getting a good pay, possibly. Mm-hmm. You know, I'll probably just fuck around and just start another brand.
Because you already know the system.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I look at Virgil too as an influencer.
What do you like about him?
Off-White, Pyrex. What else did he do? He did Ben Trill. He was working with Ben Trill.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And I mean, the man's doing crazy things right now. Like with Louis Vuitton now, you know, like.
He's like the definition of the like internet fashion designer hustler.
Yeah.
It was really crazy. I mean, I didn't follow it too closely. I just kind of learned about it. But I do remember seeing Pyrex when I was on Tumblr back in the day.
Pyrex was hot.
I would look at that shit and be like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
How do I get that shit?
Yeah, like the shorts.
Oh, the shorts, you know? It was just cool because it was on Champion. Like, dude, I'm literally wearing Champion. I probably would not be wearing an Urban Outfitters Champion hoodie if it wasn't for Virgil Abloh. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, Champion definitely made a comeback.
Hey, hold up, dude. So I'm a basic white bitch. I'm addicted to La Croix. Even though it's like LaCroix, I call it La Croix because it makes me feel better about being basic.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give the audience a little ASMR real quick.
I never had that. Sounds refreshing.
You want a sip?
No, I'm cool.
Here, dude, take the first sip. You take the first sip. Come on, please. Cool. Can we please get...
Okay, I got coffee.
I won't push the pressure on you, man. I would have loved a...
I'll take one to go, though, if you got an extra one.
Dude, this is a cold, undrinking La Croix. I would happily drink after if you want to taste it first.
I'm cool.
Okay, man. No pressure.
Appreciate it, though.
You know what ASMR is?
ASMR? No.
You ever heard of that shit?
No.
Dude, it is like this weird new genre of like entertainment.
Yeah.
Where what you do is take your microphone and you turn the gain up really high so it's very sensitive. Yeah. And you just like make sounds and it's stereo. So you put headphones on when you listen to it and it sounds like they're doing it in your ear.
That's wild.
So they'll literally sit there and they'll go like, they'll like rub the microphone and it like tickles your ears. And it's so weird because like, you're like, am I turned on by this? Like, but then all of a sudden you're like, why is this 12-year-old girl doing ASMR? Like, this is really, really weird.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Well, you never heard of that?
Nah, never.
Dude.
Now you got me curious. I'm about to look it up.
Dude, I'm going to send you some La Croix and an ASMR link, and you're going to have a field day one day.
Wild.
Dude, the world's getting nuts.
Yeah, it is.
But back to what we were talking about. Oh yeah, you just love Virgil.
Oh yeah, with Virgil. I mean, the stuff he's doing is dope, man. Like with the Off-White, I feel like with that little industrial tag, that just made the brand like
that orange tag.
Yeah.
What about it?
Industrial. I don't know, it's unique to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched his lecture.
Which one? The Harvard one.
The Harvard one.
Yeah, I saw that.
Didn't know he used to be like working for architect stuff, you know.
Right, you wouldn't guess that.
Yeah, and the way he brought the two with the architect and then clothing together was dope. Like the Off-White ones, those were hot, man. When those came out, I was just like, damn, these are crazy. And I'm a big fan of the ones.
Mm-hmm.
Huge fan of the Jordan ones. Those are like my go-to shoes, like overall.
You have the Off-White ones?
Not those. No.
Neither, man. I can't afford that shit.
Yeah, it's too much, man. That's like a down payment on a car, bro.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's one thing I've noticed though about, I think any creative is that there's always this past that influences what they do now.
Yeah.
You know, like I was talking to Chris Pirate, and he's an artist and muralist and all that stuff, but he was like telling me about his past, how he was like working at a shop selling clothes and they asked him to design, and it just all kind of just somehow led back to what he's doing now.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know?
Yeah.
Were you like ever doing something like that? Was there ever like this, like something from your childhood that just like all of a sudden you just found reincarnated in your simple stuff? It's kind of a weird question, I know.
Yes. Well, you know, just growing up, things used to be simple. You know, I'm an 80s baby. You know, I grew up I was born in the 80s, lived through the 90s and seen it all the way up to now. But back then, you know, Tom and Jerry used to be like one of my favorite cartoons coming up. Because, you know, it was basic as hell. Like, even though there was like no talking in the joint. Like, there was no voices, none of that. But you could understand what was going on, you know? So it was just the simple things that we had back in the day, man. Like Game Boy, the carts, like just all the cartoons, like the Looney Tunes stuff. Like, it used to be just so basic and just so simple. And I always knew that I wanted to start up a brand, man, just going through high school.
Really?
But, you know, back at the time, like, YouTube wasn't even born. So, you know, I didn't know how to research all that stuff.
Dude, it was not as available as it is now, dude.
Yeah, now it's like, you could YouTube how to fix a car, you know, like your car. The type, the model, and all that. And you might be able to find a video and might be able to do it yourself, you know, like.
So was it really hard when you were making, like when you first started? Like, how'd you figure out how to even get things popping? Because there was no like direct to garment printing then.
No, it wasn't. Pretty much dealing with the guy in Philly. Back to that story. The guy in Philly that was doing my production, he would 2-3 years. He would send me stuff like, at first he was doing it right, like everything looked good, and then like over time, like I just saw that he was just getting lazy with it or rushing it or just not taking his time with it. You know, like some of the stuff would come through like in the mail, like just crooked.
Oh,
or like I remember he sent me like some T-shirts. And it had stains on it. And I was just like, yo, it looked like piss stains too. And I was just like, what the yeah, but
so what'd you do? Like what?
That was strike one.
Oh, okay.
And then I had an event with it was like a comedy event. You know, I think it was like 2014, somewhere around there. We had an event with Phil Day. It was like a comedy show. It was pretty dope. I had some hoodies that I was supposed to bring through. We've been promoting and whatnot, and you know, by the time the day of, like, matter of fact, it was a day before, he sends them to me, and they're missing a whole design in the back.
What?
So I'm just like,
and you paid for that shit?
Yeah,
too.
I paid for it. You know, like full price, and even for the charge that he charged me for the back piece, the back design, and man, I just got tired of it, man. Like, that's when I kind of flipped out on him. I was just like, man, you know, like, this is it. Like, I'm spending thousands of dollars with you, and like, you're over here like not taking my shit serious.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Like, your event's riding on this. Like,
yeah. It was a dope event too. And then, you know, like, just over time, like, I just stopped for a second. Like, I stopped. I did my research. Started looking up how to get these things done, like how to put these garments in production and have everything figured out. Like, it just took time, man, to just try to figure it all out. And finally, I came across a video where, you know, the guy made it look so easy. So I started investing into my own stuff. I tried doing the whole screen printing thing. Very messy. With all that paint.
Dude, it is crazy. The craziest part is doing the emulsion.
Yeah, the emulsion. Yeah, that's the most painful part, because if you go through that process and it didn't come out full, that process starts over.
Yeah.
And that's like an hour or 2 hour process.
Yeah. So if people who don't know, before all this crazy technology with printing shirts now, to make like silkscreen, which is like the highest quality stuff to the day.
Yeah.
Emulsion is when, to get the design on the screen,
right?
You have to take this stuff, like, I don't know, like even it out, like just apply it on this silk screen.
Yeah.
And then it was like you take like this transparent paper and then you'd apply like heat or light to it.
Yeah, you gotta, light.
Yeah, and if you don't get the timing perfectly, like if your motion wasn't spread right, if the design was crooked or anything like that, it would fuck it up. And the thing is that this was like, it's so hard to do.
It is hard. It is hard. And you know, when I watched that YouTube video, it looks so easy.
Of course, it's like a 1,000th time doing it.
Damn, this one looks so easy to do. So let me just go ahead and order it. I ordered the beginner's kit, started doing it. Man, like that process took so long. It was so painful. I messed up at least about 8 times trying to get it right. And I was just like, man, you know what? I don't think this is working out. So I was stuck, man. I didn't know what to do. I was living in Fredericksburg at the time. And there was this screen printing spot right behind where I live, like literally right behind the house.
It's perfect.
And I would go in there all the time, you know, and I was still broke at the time, you know. So I'm just like, I'm coming in, I'm getting the quotes. I'm like, yo, how much does it cost to get this design? Like, if I did this, and it'll be too much. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
All right, let me go back again. I go back again, and I'll be like, yo, how much is this design? Ends up being too much again. So I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do? Like, didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. So I came back for the 3rd time. I'm like, this is my last time. I'm not gonna bother this man no more. Let me just go in and just ask for one more quote. So I asked for one more quote. And then he started like telling me how to get everything done. Like, research this and do that. Like he's like, I see that you're hungry, man, and you want to do it. And you know, I don't usually do this for everyone, but I'm gonna show you how to get it done the easiest way.
What? So he showed you?
Yeah. So he gave me the formula, man, and from that day on, man, I started practicing, like just going through it, just try to get it right.
So he showed you how to like properly do emulsion, like all that stuff?
Without emulsion. So
nice.
Now, I mean, you can just get a transfer sheet.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to do it, the cleanest way to do it without making a mess all over the
But dude, that story itself is fucking epic.
Yeah.
Like, you went in because you're hoping to like get this lower quote, and then he like sees it. He's like, all right, I can see this kid has passion. Yeah. Like, let me just tell him, because I could tell he can afford it, but he wants to do it.
Yeah,
dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
So he like shows you, and then like, where's it go from there?
Yeah, forever thankful for that, man. So from there, I just started getting these designs in and started doing it myself, and I would mess up a couple times. Didn't know how to press on the sleeve.
Oh, dude.
Over time, I figured it out. You know, I mean, trial and error, man. Just after trial and error, just going back and forth with it. Eventually, you start picking it up. So, like, within time, man, like, as time goes by, I start getting better and better at it. Now I'm like, it's easy for me to do now. And I was like, to me, it's like therapy now.
Really?
I put on some music. I have a little coffee, you know.
In a red cup?
In a red cup, or my little simple mug, you know. I just get in my zone and just start printing away.
So you actually still silkscreen your own designs?
Yeah.
What?
Well, not silkscreen. Well, I mean, it's a new silkscreen.
Whatever. I don't know the process.
Yeah, so I'm still doing it, man.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's so easy to assume that everyone's just outsourcing that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a lot of work.
Hell yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been to your pop-up, so I'm definitely going to the one on February 8th. But now I know, I'm like, dang, like this man literally sat here and printed these. Like that's insane.
One by one. See, a lot of people don't understand that, man. Like it's to me, it holds a sentimental value because, you know, I put my time into this. I make sure everything's measured properly, to where all the shirts are identical. You know, I put the tags on there. You know, and it's tough work, man. Late nights, early mornings. You know, doing these pop-ups. I'm like, I have this issue where I will always do everything last minute, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it next week. All right, I'm gonna do it 2 days from now. Procrastinating like shit.
It's not until the deadline's like a day away, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I'm over here in the basement just pressing everything out, like 4 a.m, running on like 3 hours of sleep before the pop up. Stressed the fuck out. You know, it's tough, man. It's really tough. But you know, I mean, hopefully all this hard work will just pay off one day. You know.
I mean, dude, there's no way it's not, man. It's crazy. It's like everyone can feel it or something.
I don't know, man.
What do you think the payoff is? Like, what's the payoff in your mind? Like, what's that like?
To me, it's not really about the money, man. It's obviously it's like it's about making the money that you invest into it back.
Yeah, I mean, you need to make money.
Right. So that's the biggest thing for me. As long as I make my money back, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, but everything else is like it's not about the money. By the end of the day, it's about getting the merchandise out, having people wear it. You know. And being able to see that, going random places and just seeing people like wear your gear, you know what I'm saying? Like wear the t-shirt that you made, you know, and that's one of the best feelings that I get from doing this.
You ever like be out, or I'm sure it's happened, but have you ever been out in public and just seen somebody you just didn't know wearing your shit?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a good feeling, man.
That had to feel good.
Yeah. It's definitely a good feeling.
That was a big reason why I was inspired to try to get you on here, because literally there's like a week where I'm like, fuck, I need more podcast guests. And I'm thinking like, who can I get? And I was at the gym and this dude just walks by wearing your stuff. And I knew about you at that time. As dude just walks by, I'm like, okay, if I'm seeing this guy's designs here, and the only other brand I've ever seen like that was Eat. The only brand who I've ever seen walking around, I was like, all right, this is saying something. Yeah. You know? It wasn't an Asian dude, by the way, just so you know.
You said what?
It was an Asian dude, by the way.
Hey, represent.
It doesn't matter, though. Whoever rocks with
it doesn't matter, man. Like, whoever wears it, you know, to me, it's like, our quote is like, get familiar with La Familia. So
yeah, it's on your chest.
Yeah. So to me, man, it's like, if you've been to a pop-up, if you supported it any kind of way, if you own a t-shirt, sweatshirt, or anything from the brand, like you're automatically family to us, you know. So
that's what's up.
It's crazy because like a lot of people in DC, when they go out to these nightclubs and stuff, they'll wear it, you know, and like one of the homies will see somebody else wear it, or somebody that knows me ends up wearing the joint. You know what I'm saying? And they'll stop each other and they'll dab each other up, start talking, and it's like it's all love from there. Like they'll sit there and hold a 15-30 minute conversation. You know, just the fact that he has a simple on.
Well, no, it's cool. It's like you're on the same wavelength to even know about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when ravers see other ravers with the beads on, you know? Yeah. Like, oh my God, Plur. You know? Yeah. But like, no, that's sick.
Yeah, man.
That's super sick. But I mean, I know it's not monetary, but you said like that's like the plan. Like, what do you envision it? Like, do you envision it being like a global brand? Like, do you envision it being like, like what's the, like in the perfect world, you know?
Yeah. I mean, obviously I want the brand to just spread out everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, as far as I could get it, you know, any way possible. But if it stays local, I'm cool with that too, you know. And if the brand doesn't ever work out, I could honestly say that I had a good run, you know, that it was fun to me.
I don't know, man. I feel like most things work out with consistency over time.
Yeah.
If you've been doing this since 2012, you know, I don't know if you've been, you know, we all take breaks and shit, but like,
yeah, it was ups and downs.
Yeah, of course. But like, it does not feel like you're stopping anytime soon.
Nah, I feel like I came too far to quit.
Right.
You know? And to me right now, I mean, I've been doing it since 2012, but I rebranded everything in 2016. Yeah. So
like logo, like whole logo design and everything.
Yeah. Just after going through that, it was like going through a breakup with that production, with the production guy in Philly. So it was like back to square one. And, you know, it was like a huge gap where I didn't know what I was going to do next. And like, I just didn't want to let the brand die out. So, you know, I just kept on researching and just trying to reach out to people. No one would give me the tools or the formula to how to do it. Finally, that guy that I was telling you about, he got me hooked.
It's like people want to keep it a secret or something.
Yeah. It's like people don't want to help each other out, man. I mean, I get it, you know. I mean,
Do you think that's like a DC problem or just like a people problem in general?
I don't even think it's just DC. I mean, well, DC, Maryland, Virginia, man. It's a lot of love here. There's also a lot of hate here. And this is why the city won't ever win, because everybody's just too cool, or everybody just wants to do their own thing, or, you know, they don't want to support other people in the area. 100%.
I couldn't agree more.
And it sucks, man. You know, the crowd mentality, everyone's out for themselves. Everybody, you know, we could all make it if everybody just got together and just started doing positive shit. You know, we got to get that spotlight shined over here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area for us to start branching out. Like once that spotlight shines here.
Because it's like no one takes it seriously.
Yeah. I mean, once that spotlight shines here and everyone gets that shine, everyone can start splitting up doing their own thing. But I feel like everyone needs to just work together, you know what I mean? And try to come up together. So that way we get all that spotlight shining here.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah, even in the music industry, man. Like, you know, Atlanta had their shine, Florida had their shine, Texas, Midwest, Nelly, they all had their shine. Chicago rappers had their shine. DC.
It's like moments, you know, you get brighter, then you go dimmer. You get brighter, you go dimmer.
Yeah, it's like every year, it's like, all right, DC's going to be next, right? But it's like, it's not happening. And I don't know what it is, man.
You think it just takes working together to make it happen?
I think
like creating some sort of like cultural movement of just people creating dope shit?
I think so, man. I think if everybody worked together, and
I think people are scared of the competition sometimes, but they don't realize that it's not going to hurt you. Like,
yeah, it's not going to hurt you. It's just going to be beneficial.
Yeah, like if you taught someone how to silkscreen and do exactly what you do, no matter what happens, it would never look like your stuff.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I feel that same way about photography, you know? Like, I'll show you how I lit this. I'll show you how I took this photo.
Yeah.
But you'll never take the photo like I took the photo. So it's like, dope, if I could help you out, you know?
Yeah, not everyone's going to have your vision, you know? I mean, giving the formula away is okay sometimes, you know? Because you're helping somebody else out. And that person might make it and then come back to you.
Exactly.
And take you along with them.
It's like people get scared that other people are going to get successful faster than they do or something.
Yeah, man. It's I hate the fact that the area is just, everything's all about competition, man. It's like, yo, just work together. You know what I mean? Like, just do this, because who knows, man? Like, once that spotlight shines over here, everyone could shine. You know?
I feel pretty like grateful to be surrounded with people that think like that as well. Like I'm with you on the whole positivity stuff. Like everything should be collaborated on and just done together. Like the homies that run this vintage boutique, like we're on the same wavelength about shit. But you know, the people, they're more involved in DC like life than I ever was.
Yeah.
And they express those same things. They're like, people are just in competition with each other. Like they won't even, like they'll know you, but like they won't even acknowledge you unless you're of some like relevance or something to them.
Yeah.
Like
sad, man. It's sad. It's sad that this area has to be like that, because we have so much, you know, so much creative people out here that's like, that's dope, man.
Talented,
you know,
man.
Talented, you know. And we all just got to work together, man. That's what I always try to preach to people, man. Like, let's just work, like, no matter what it is. Like, everybody get together. And then I feel like with my brand, with Symbol to Society, that's what I wanted to bring. I want to bring people together. I want to be able to do that, you know, and off some positive shit and win together. You know, I want to be sitting at a round table, eating good with the people that I started with, or like, even with other creatives that, you know, like that's doing major shit or dope shit, you know?
Shit that you respect, you know? Yeah. Like surround yourself with people who are hustling just as hard as you.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know, and that's hard to find.
It is.
That was something that was like painful in my life, is that I had to drop a lot of really important friends to make time for the shit that I wanted to do.
Yeah, as bad as that sounds, man. Like, you got to.
You're in the basement screen printing t-shirts. Like, you're not just out with the buddies smoking weed playing Smash Bros. Like, you don't have time for that shit. Like, you got to sacrifice things.
Yeah, you got to sacrifice. I think the most important thing is to find your balance. You know, you can't have one thing, you know, weighing more than the other. You got to find that balance. And once you find that balance, man, I think it'll be a lot easier to work on your craft.
So do you have like a balance to like all your simple hard work?
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, besides the simple stuff, I still work a 9 to 5 too.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Respect.
I'm a barber.
Oh, nice.
So I do that.
Oh, man, you're judging me so hard right now.
Not even. I'm also a father of a 6-year-old.
Whoa. Congrats.
You know, so appreciate it.
It's cool.
You know, it's tough, man, to try to balance everything out. You know, and then I got a girl back at home too. So
you got a family.
Yeah, I got a family. I got a foundation, and that's what I do it for.
I saw you bought a house too. Congrats on that. Yeah, that's epic, man.
Yeah, man. It was a big deal for me, man. Like, I've been moving from houses to houses, like almost all my life, and I'm just finally, man. I'm finally at a point now where I finally got this crib. I could relax now. I ain't got to deal with nobody's shit. Got to deal with the people that, you know.
You got to deal with actual shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if 6-year-olds still shit themselves or not. I got no idea. I don't have kids, dude.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man. But it's definitely a blessing too. It's definitely a blessing, man.
Dude, you're working like 2 serious jobs and a family. It's like 3 jobs, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of work, man. But you know, like I said, once you find your balance, you'll be able to balance it all out.
Is the goal to be able to just do clothing?
I don't know.
Really?
I mean, I want to do everything. You know, I want to open up a barbershop. I want to eventually later down the road, simple, have its own thing. Just whatever I could do, man. You know, to provide for my family.
Yeah.
You know,
because I guess on that aspect, it's like going balls deep on simple is like a risk because you have all this stuff. You have to, you know, be a part of family, mortgage, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Hell yeah, it's got to be tough, man. Yeah. I can never imagine that. Yeah. That's cool. So how long have you been a barber for?
So I've been a barber for about 5 years now.
Whoa.
Yeah. I work at Wise Cuts.
Cool.
Shout out to Jimmy at Wise Cuts. You know, just being at the barbershop also helped with the brand too, because a lot of people come in and out, and I'm usually just, you know, sometimes I'll produce a sample and I'll just wear it. I'll go to work and I'll just test it out to see, you know, what kind of noise it makes from, what kind of response I get from, you know, the customers that come in, and you know, it began love. So when I feel like it's a good design or it's ready to drop, I'll go ahead and just drop it then.
It's like a testing ground or something.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a lot of love there, man. A lot of the barbers in there wear that shit faithfully. And, you know,
that's sweet. That means they believe in it. That's super sick.
Yeah, shout out to those guys, man. Like, they support it heavy, man. And I'm just overall, I'm just thankful. I feel blessed, you know, to have so many people rock with it. And I can't wait to see what this year going to bring us.
Do you think it's going to be a big year?
I don't know. Only time will tell, man.
You got the feeling? You got the feeling?
Only time will tell, so.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I think some crazy things are going to happen in DC this year.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel like both of us will probably be a part of it in some way.
Yeah.
At least in the ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I just had this weird feeling that, like, whether it's super dope events that kind of give life to the city or something, or artists stepping out and doing exhibitions or clothing brands, like, it's something's bubbling. A lot of people have been saying that, but I actually think something's bubbling.
It is. I feel like, I mean, the way that, like, how you had me come to this interview, that was dope. You reached out. That was all love. You know, like, this is what we need, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like the people that's working together, other people that's from the outside looking in, they're going to start catching on to it. I feel like we're starting something positive, you know, that could lead to a bigger picture, you know, so positive shit.
I mean, I 100% agree. I mean, this podcast I just made because, I mean, I just like doing podcasts because I like talking and shit. But you know, it's literally just to meet people that I think who are doing dope shit in the area. Like, when I've learned that I can't ask people who I should have on the podcast. Sometimes it works, but for the most part, people, you know, they don't know. It's like I always just have to go with my gut about who to have on here. Yeah. And it's like, I feel like I can smell bullshit a mile away from people. And I like, and with you, I'm like, nah, there's something here. There's something here. And when you told me that you hand make these shits, I was like, damn it, there it is. I was like, there's something. I was like, there's something there I'm not getting.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, I hope all this hard work pays off one day. You know,
yeah,
so I keep grinding. That's it.
Something I think was really cool was the guy Chris who I had on 2 days ago.
Yeah.
He was from DC. He left, made all these connections, New York, Miami. But he's like coming back to do stuff. Like, and I have an odd feeling he's going to be doing some shit that's DC is like it's going to put DC on its head. Like, whoa, we've never seen an art show like this.
Yeah.
You know, like from a single artist from DC. Like maybe it might inspire a bunch of people, or it might just be a scene or an event, and people might just change people's opinions.
Yeah.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Love to have you come through. It's not my event. I'm just like inviting you, but I mean,
you know,
that'd be something to go to.
Yeah. I would love to go out there.
Hell yeah.
You know,
but dude, something that I noticed is that, speaking of collabs, is you've done some crazy collabs. I don't know whether, I mean, I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but not necessarily collabs working on clothes, but as far as like your pop-ups, like you've popped up at some random places. I was like, whoa, that's really cool. Like I was not expecting that.
Yeah. One of my things is support the locals. You know, I like to support our locals. Everyone who's doing something in a positive way, I would like to work with them. If they have an establishment like B Donuts, that was one spot.
That's one I recently saw.
They make some bomb ass donuts.
Don't they make like donut holes or something?
Yeah, it's like a French style.
So it's like a stuffed hole.
Yeah, it's like a stuffed donut. It's pretty good though. Have you ever had it?
I haven't.
Nah, you should try it.
I'm a health nut.
Yeah.
So if I had it, I would feel really guilty. But I would definitely have it. Like if you had donuts, I would definitely try them right now.
Yeah. But you know, they're like a mom and pop joint, you know. Young.
So you popped up there. Like that's interesting that a clothing brand pops up at a donut shop.
Yes. I want to do something different, you know, like just pull up to these like local businesses and help them out as they help us out. So they provide us their establishment. They let us do whatever. We bring the people and we try to make it a dope day. We try to turn it to a dope event. And you know, B Donuts, we did Post Coffee, Vortex.
That's what I saw as well, yeah.
We did Sports Zone.
Damn.
Shit, what else?
So it's like, it's cool because it works out for them because you bring your business and your brand, so they raises like awareness, and for them they get to be a part of something cool. Yeah, right.
It's different, you know.
Yeah,
because I mean, like you said, what other brand has done like a donut spot? Like
that's why I thought it was crazy.
What other brand has done a coffee spot? You know, like
I don't even know how you finesse that. Like if someone brought that up, I'd be like, "You're joking me, right?" But like you totally made it work.
Yeah, it's I mean, just reaching out, man, to people. Sometimes you can't give up on the first time. You gotta try and try to meet up with them and have just explain to them what you're doing, you know, try to get their attention. And that's what I did, man. I reached out to these folks and let them know that this is what we're capable of doing. So how do you feel about getting together on a day or on a weekend and have a pop-up here? They're always with it, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be interesting approaching that, especially like a donut or a coffee shop. Like, I'm just going to put some racks here, bring some cool people through. Yeah. It's going to be a vibe. It's like, I feel like some business owners wouldn't get it. Yeah. They'd be like, oh, this is, what the fuck is it? I don't get it. Like, what?
Yeah, some people don't get it, man, but, you know.
Pop-up culture's huge right now.
It is.
I think it's cool, though.
Yeah, it's definitely dope, man, to see a lot of people do this. It's, in the area, at least, you know. I see a lot of brands doing it, man, and
What other brands are in the area? Or at least the ones that you come to
Eat is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this shit everywhere.
Same, dude.
That shit's fire too. Like, cause you know, Eat has this. It's like a rebirth of like Madness, All Days, Salviato, like all the DC streetwear that was popping back in the day, like in the 90s. It's like he's like redoing it.
I've never heard of those brands.
Never heard of those brands?
No.
You know, so I used to live like 10 minutes away from here.
Wow.
So, you know, growing up in this area, out in Maryland, there's a lot of culture out here, you know. You had to be fresh. Sneakers was always the top thing. You know, if you had some busted ass sneakers,
getting roasted.
Yeah, you'll get fried. Like they'll just cook you. You know what I'm saying? So out here, just there's a lot of culture out here, man. It's a lot of people out here are trendy. I feel that's what I'm saying. Like Maryland, DC, Virginia, we've been trendy, man. Like, but the spotlight hasn't shined over here yet. Like, I feel like there's a lot out here that the world needs to know about. You know,
there's a lot of culture around here.
A lot of culture, lots of cultures.
I mean, we're a major city. Yeah, people think it's just politics.
Yeah, they think it's just politics. But outside of it, it's
what's that spotlight? Is it like a complex article? Like, what is that spotlight?
You know, just bringing it back to like Texas, Chicago rappers, and all these other artists.
Like everyone's just kind of bubbling from the area.
Yeah, like it's like one city to the next, or you know, like that's what I mean. Like everyone had their shine already, man. DC hasn't really had that shine.
That's true.
We haven't had it, but I feel like, see, I want to be grinding. I want to get to where I want to be. So by the time that spotlight does shine, we'll be there. We'll be ready. We'll be on top of the list.
Or maybe you are that spotlight.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying, man.
I mean, I'm just saying someone's got to do it. I mean, quote me if I'm wrong, but you're in the top category of the brands in the area. I mean,
damn.
At least in my narrow mind,
Appreciate
you know,
that.
I see Eat, I see Enemies, I see Simple.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. That means a lot.
I see this one that's kind of small, BDC. I don't know if they're up there yet or not, but that's just, if there's someone I don't know, I'm sorry, I just don't know who you are. Yeah. But like, at least in my opinion, that's from what I see is just kind of popping in the streets.
Yeah, respect to those guys, man.
Yeah.
I see their hustle. Respect to what they're doing, man. Like, this is definitely love in the city. We just got to show more of it.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
That'd be a crazy fashion show if all you guys came together and just did something.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I'll be down for it.
That'd be crazy as fuck.
You know.
Could you imagine that?
Maybe you could pull it together, man.
Oh man, don't put bad ideas like that in my head, man.
If there's one person that could probably do it, be you.
You think so?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe if I get the interview, then they'll trust me a little more or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd love the interview with either of those guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Respect to them, man. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you grew up in Silver Spring?
I grew up in Silver Spring.
Born and raised or just grew up there?
Born and raised.
Whoa.
Yeah, born and raised in Silver Spring. I went to John F. Kennedy High School, which is like about 15 minutes from here, around the Glenmont Wheaton area. That's where I grew up at. Like I said, man, the culture just growing up, man. Just sneaker game was just always around for us, you know. Like the phone posits were already a thing, you know, before Wale made it a thing. You know, so that's what I say, man. Like we've been on this trendy stuff, man. Like the world needs to see it, though. The world needs to see it, and I don't know how that spotlight's gonna get over here, but you know,
so it's like
we gotta get it.
That's why when you mentioned those brands that I never heard of, like these were actual brands from DC that you would see growing up coming into the city. Because this is where else do you hang out?
This was like. Man, it was when the baggy stuff was in style.
Oh, like Jinko, Paco, and stuff like that?
Yeah, like some T-shirts that look like a dress on you, you know?
Dude,
like
I remember
4XL, 3XL, 2XL.
Get those tees from Foot Locker.
Yeah.
The white tee. Or any tee, really.
Those brands, man, I would see it a lot all the time. Like Madness, All Day, Salviato, Bonadachi. Man, I mean, the list goes on. And it was like embroidery stuff. It was like colorful embroidery stuff.
I've heard of Sabiato.
I've
heard of that.
They're still around.
I've seen that embroidery.
Yeah, they're in Georgetown still.
Really?
Yeah. Sabiato was dope. Like it was just too expensive for us growing up at the time. So the only thing that we could afford was the keychains, like the lanyard joints. You know. So if you had one of those, you was cool.
So they'd make like dope lanyards that were just more affordable for people.
Yeah,
it was like rock their keys around.
Yeah,
I
think it was like. I want to say it was like $30, $40 for
damn.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Back then, that's a lot more money
it was
too.
It was a lot back then for us, you know. And so I think that's what inspired me too, man. Just living in Maryland, like just this DC, Maryland, Virginia area. It's like DC's different, Maryland's different, Virginia's different, tri-state. Everything's like 35, 40 minutes away. We're still close.
But it seems like those brands never made it out. Or maybe some of them diamond out, but make Sabiato's just, it's there, but like they never made it out somehow.
They never made it out. Because at the time, like I said, man, YouTube wasn't born. Instagram wasn't born. So it was more of like, all right, street shit. Like word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know, like that was their way of doing it. So, you know, to see so many people wear it without Instagram and YouTube back then, it's like, yo, that's dope.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
Dude, that's insane. I would love to see some of those designs, like these old brands in DC. Like, I'm just so curious now. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. So Eat, I see when I look at Eat now, I see that.
Yo, yeah. Very reminiscent, like influences.
Yeah, yeah.
maybe whether it was like subconscious or not, or direct influence, who cares? It's like, that's dope.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah, I mean, God bless the internet and getting us all out the mud.
The internet, Soldier Boy. That shit's
funny. Yo, he's crazy right now.
Yeah, he is. You know what's crazy though? I mean, a lot of things that he's saying is facts. It's facts, and I feel like it's a marketing thing right now for him. So whoever's doing his marketing, winning. Now his streams went up. You know, now he's getting paid now. It's crazy, man.
I mean, he's always been somehow getting paid.
Yeah.
But it's like he's viral all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, it's like he finally comes out the woodwork and he's like, whoa. He's like, I created this shit.
Yeah.
I created Lil Pump. I created Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
You know, I create all like Trippie Redd and all these dudes.
Yeah. Trying to stay relevant. That's what he's trying to do. I mean,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
He's doing it. Yeah, he's doing it. But
I was at the gym last night, and this random show on television, like one of those trash late night shows talking about like the Oscars. You know who I saw on there?
Who?
Da Brat.
Da Brat. Oh my God.
I was like, how? And she literally looked like she did back when she was performing. And I'm just thinking, I'm like, how the hell is she relevant? I'm like, how is she on this shit right now?
Damn, Da Brat. Holy shit.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, but Soulja Boy is way more current than that.
Yeah.
Literally the first YouTube rapper.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Copyright the his dance, the Crank That, or whatever it is.
Yeah, and that he was independent at the time. You know, the money off the ringtones, everything came to him.
Yup.
And I'm just like,
the ringtones.
Yeah, the fact that he made his own beat, that did it for him.
Do you remember when buying a ringtone was like the shit? When everyone had custom ringtones?
What was it on? It was like on the Nokias. You remember the Nokia flip phones, the chirps?
Yeah.
I would love to have one of those again.
But like, it was so crazy that it was like your style, like choosing a ringtone. You pay like 99 cents and you'd get like a 15-second clip that would just loop, and it was loud as shit.
It was loud as hell too.
How come no one has ringtones anymore? Like, everyone has the most basic ringtones where everyone thinks
everybody got the same shit now.
Yeah, what happened to us?
When our phone goes off, everybody's just in their pockets like, is that me?
Yeah, you hear an Instagram DM, you're like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to bring that back. I'm going to get like some obnoxious ass ringtone. Have someone judge me.
Go ahead, go for it, man.
I'm going to put some of my weird EDM music on there.
We could do that.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's weird. Like, I don't want to have like Trippie Redd or XX Tentacion on, or sorry, I forgot another X in there.
Yeah.
Art rest in peace on there, and people would be like, fuck. I'm like, people would be like, what the fuck? People be freaking out, you know? Like,
bugging out.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, man.
I don't want to drop any curses on my ringtone. Yeah, like, you're not PC, sir.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You're not politically correct.
You're not hip, man.
Yeah, right?
It's crazy.
Dude, so you have a pop-up on February 8th?
Yeah, February 9th.
Sorry, 9th?
Yeah.
Is that a Friday or Saturday?
It's on a Saturday.
Nice. Tell me about that.
It's going to be at Nordstrom at Montgomery Mall. Saturday from 12 to 6. It's going to be dope, man. We did the Tyson's one. We did the one in Tyson's.
How do you just pop up at a Nordstrom? That seems like pretty hard to get done.
Well, the crazy thing was, man, we were supposed to do a pop-up in Tyson's, like inside the mall. And
like in the middle, like one of those island things?
Yeah, like where the Amazon was. You know what I'm talking about? Like in between Victoria's Secrets and Zara.
So in an actual store?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, not an actual store, but almost like a kiosk.
Okay, yeah.
But we pretty much...
That's a hack
we were
right
given,
there.
Yeah, we were given like a floor space.
That's dope.
And, you know, just within time, man, just dealing with Tyson's, like, felt like things didn't work out. And I don't want to bash them. Yeah, you know. But things didn't end up, like, it didn't work out.
Whatever.
The hours got shorter and shorter within due time, like, you know. And I was just like, you know what? We got to cancel it.
Damn.
Because I wasn't happy with everything that they had in line for us, you know. So like it wasn't what we agreed on, you know. And then I had to cancel it, man. I was forced to cancel it because the hours were short. And
like they were gonna be like, come here and pop up for like 2 hours and then leave on like one day.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, they gave us a 4-hour window.
That's it?
Yeah.
That shit's open for at least 8 hours.
Yeah, man. It was tough. It was tough.
Yeah. Well, we don't got to go into it because I'm sure they have their weird reasons for it.
Yeah, they got their reasons. I'm not sure why, But
Nordstrom's though, how do you finesse that?
So I got on Instagram and I just made an announcement, man. Like I had to let people know that we had to cancel it, and I was pretty blown about that, man. I was upset, you know. And after I made the announcement, like somebody had reached out, Diane, by the way. Shout out to Diane.
Shout out Diane
for you know, bringing the event back to life. She reached out to me and was like, "Yo, like, sorry that Tyson's, you know, canceled your event or whatever, or things didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you'd like, you know, we could do it at Nordstrom. We'll be more than happy to present you guys."
Whoa.
Yeah, so it was dope, man. So that right there this was like 3 days before the pop up.
Nordstrom and Tyson's too.
Yeah, 4 days before our original pop up with Tyson's. And after the announcement, like she reached out and man, things worked out. Like
damn.
Yeah, we ended up putting it together, like getting everything all together. I ended up going there, choosing the fixtures and whatnot, and I on Instagram, I took a, you know, I used a little drawing joint or whatever, and I kind of drew out the layout after looking at all the fixtures and stuff. And then the next morning when we got there, like everything was already set up. All the fixtures were all up, the racks. It was dope, man. Their marketing team, their project team, man, like
dang, works hard as hell.
Yeah,
respect.
It was dope.
Yeah,
man. So that ended up coming together. So we did so well at the Tyson's joint that they wanted us to do Montgomery Mall. So
a little farther out there.
Yeah. So now we're back around my old neck of the woods.
Oh, that's nice then.
Yes, this is where I grew up, man. Montgomery Mall was like the mall that we used to go to. Yeah. We got Wheaton Mall, and Wheaton Mall used to be it used to be some shit. and then they rebuilt everything and remodeled it.
Dude, that's crazy. Hold up, I just thought about it. Now. It's going full circle now.
Yeah,
the mall that you would hang out at, they would probably think about owning a storefront or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Selling clothes.
Yeah.
You're now popping up with your own clothing line there.
Yeah,
dude, that's rad.
It's dope, man. It's dope.
I'm sure it's crossed your mind, like, whoa.
Yeah, because I haven't done one in Maryland yet.
Yeah,
and I'm from Maryland, so it's like it's finally time, and I get to see all the people that I haven't seen in years. You know, like just being in Virginia, man. Just it's like, man, I don't have time to go back home like I used to. You know, now that got a kid and shit, and you know what I mean, like time is like your worst enemy.
Time is worst enemy, man.
Yeah. So
because you're out in Leesburg, you know, that's a good spot to buy a place.
Yeah, definitely, so, man.
Totally makes sense.
Where it's at right now. They got so much shit building out there. It's definitely coming up.
Dang, that's crazy. So February 9th at Tyson's in Montgomery Mall.
Yeah, should be dope, man. I had a meeting with them last week. So I'm excited, man. Overall, I'm excited.
Is it gonna be like bigger and more elaborate than the last one? I'm just curious.
Only way to tell is the day of.
Oh, damn! I didn't go.
You know,
you got some like crazy drops for that day.
So I'm releasing these box logo hoodies in purple that we've been doing. Bringing back the yellow one. I got some Stitch hoodies coming through. T-shirts, water bottles, everything, man. Everything.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Damn, super excited. I've missed so many of them, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Now you get to finally come through and experience one, man.
Dude, it's in my calendar.
Yeah,
legit.
Make sure you don't do anything that day.
I can
come through. What's crazy was I was about to bring you a T-shirt.
Damn.
But I didn't know what size you wore.
Oh man.
And I was running a little late too.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it, man.
But I still made it on time. But
hey, welcome to my life, dude.
Yeah, but come through. I got you.
Oh, dude, don't worry about it, man.
I got you. It's all love.
All right, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, you know, these days, I've been working out and stuff, so I don't know if I'm a medium or a large these days. Dude, it's been weird. Like, I've been doing like squats and ass workouts. But not like thought ass workouts, but just like it's good to train your butt because it's good for your lifting, like especially for every lift. Like your glutes are activated in every lift. Yeah. Like you look at every football player, they all got big asses. That's no pause on that. Just we're gonna have to get a pause on that. But your butt's really important. But even just like my whole lower body's been growing, and I've always worn skinny pants. And so it's weird. Like I'm like filling out my skinny pants. I'm like, this is a weird feeling. Like I can feel what it's like to have an ass.
That's crazy.
Dude, it is crazy. It's so weird, man. Like I'm like, wow, my pants have never sat up like this. Yeah. like this is whole new levels of like, I don't know, just like self.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
Hey, man, whatever, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so February 9th.
Yeah, February 9th.
I'm excited.
Excited too, man. So for everybody's watching, man, if y'all ain't got no plans that day, come through, show some love, and get the experience. You know, you got to come to a pop-up to actually see how it is. You know, and I mean, I'm not out here doing major shit. You know, I'm just a regular person. By the end of the day, with big dreams and trying to become successful.
Mm-hmm.
So I want the people to kind of see, you know, to just join the journey. You know, like who knows? I mean, this might go far, it might not. We'll never know. You know, only time will tell. But definitely come through.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like we're like naturally wrapping up here in a weird way.
Yeah.
But before I let this go, I have to ask this question.
What's up?
It seems like you've come like really far with what you've done. Like whether it was like the relentless hustle of like finding this guy and making it work, like printing it in your own basement. Is there anything that you have to say to like someone who has the idea of starting like a clothing company, starting a brand, even if it's just something that's, you know, just something on a t-shirt or whatever it is, like what would you tell that person, like that person who's in your position that like way back when?
Shoot, man, I would say put your heart into it. You know, stay committed. Don't give up. Keep pushing. You know, nothing happens overnight. You know, and I'm on the same boat right now. Like, there's been plenty of times where I wanted to quit. I'm just like, man, this shit is just too much. You know. But you just gotta remind yourself, like, if this is what you love and enjoy doing, you just gotta keep pushing and pursuing it, because like, you never know where it's gonna take you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what I would tell them, man. Like, it's not easy, definitely not easy.
It shouldn't be easy.
And find your balance. That's the thing. Like, that's the biggest thing, finding your balance. Like, besides working a 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you do, you have to make time for, you know, what you love doing. Whether it's clothes, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's taking pictures, doesn't matter. You know, just gotta make some time for it every day. You know, like make some time for it. That's it, man. Like, don't give up. That's all I could really say, man. Like,
there's like no excuses for not having time. It's like, sure, we all have a job or something.
This is what I tell people all the time. I'm like, look, you can sit here and give me some excuses of why you're not doing this and that. But my thing is like, yo, if you ain't got no kids, what's stopping you? You know? That's the biggest thing. Because when you have kids, man, like, I didn't believe it at first, where they're like, yo, like, oh, when you have a kid, you're not going to have time for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Your kid's going to take all your time. But find that balance, you know? Like, make time for it. You ain't got no kids, but what you doing?
It's like,
if you're not working 3 jobs, are you? You know? So it's like, what's your excuse? And that'll hit them, and they'll be like, yo, like, you're right. Like, I ain't got no kids.
Yeah.
Like, I got time on my hands. Like, go do something with it, man. Like,
yeah, it's like, stop
put
playing.
that time to use.
Yeah.
You know, instead of hopping on social media, flexing with, like, money and, like, fucking bottles and all that crazy shit, like, come on. You got a social media, like, you got all the platforms to make money in the palm of your hands. You know, you utilize that, man. Put some time into it. Figure out what you could do. Figure out ways where you can make money off of the palm of your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my goal is to never work again. Well, besides on my own stuff, that's the whole goal. I want to wake up and be at work.
Nice.
Which is working from home type shit, you know? That's the whole end goal. I want to just be able to do that. And yeah, man, just stay consistent, stay hungry, and don't give up. Those are my top things, man.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, that was epic. It's like, if life is work and work is life, it's not working.
Yeah.
It's just what you do. It's like,
yeah. See, I only got one. I can't even imagine 2 or 3, you know? Well, you know? Good thing I got my girl around. She helps a lot.
Dude, shout out to her.
Yeah. And shout out to everybody on the team, man. Shout out to Mark, aka Ellis.
Yeah, thanks for the link, Mark.
Yeah.
He linked me up with you.
Appreciate that. Shout out to Stu, which is our blogger.
Mm-hmm.
crazy how we met. I've never met the guy. He's just been showing so much love that, you know, I was just like, hey, how do you feel about running my blog?
Damn.
And he believed in it. He was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. And then shout out to David, shout out to Will. You know, everybody who's been helping me grow and helping the brand grow, man, I thank everybody for that, man. You know?
Hell yeah, man. That's sweet. Yeah. Before we wrap up though, my favorite thing is when I'm at home working on like a Friday or Saturday night, and I see people flexing on the gram at the club. Yeah, I'm just laughing. Yeah, like it kind of sucks a little bit, but I'm just laughing at them. I'm like, you're wasting your time. I'm like, you call yourself this, you call yourself that, but you're at the club popping bottles. I'm like,
it's crazy how the markup is too. It's cool, man. Like, don't get me wrong. All that shit's cool.
Yeah, there's a time and place for everything.
Once in a while, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to go out and have fun with your friends, but you know.
I'm always like, what are you celebrating? Yeah. Like if I'm at the club, I'm like, if I'm not celebrating something, I don't know why I'm here. Yeah. Like
you probably shouldn't be there.
Yeah, like you had a pop-up and you went to the club. That makes sense. You're celebrating some dope shit.
Yeah. It was dope, man.
Okay, man. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this interview, listening to this interview. If you want to follow them on Instagram, I guess that's the biggest thing. Yeah. It's at what?
Simple Society Clothing.
And is it just all lowercase, one word?
Yeah, all one word.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. He doesn't have to spell that shit out for you guys. Yeah. I'm assuming y'all can spell. Yeah. But thank you for coming in, Evo. And Vo. I'm so sorry, Vo. We just had the entire conversation and I fuck up your name. I just ruined it all.
Nah, it's all good.
Nah, man, I appreciate Vo. Yeah. That's it. That's the angle. Peace.
Appreciate it, Bruce.